Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and you can see I'm broadcasting remote. Jeff is not. He is back in our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to run down to Bloomfield Hills right now. Spend a little time with Pat O'Keefe, who is the founder of what else? O'Keefe. So tell us, Pat, a little bit of that. First of all, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about O'Keefe.
Chris, thanks for having me on. O'Keefe is a transactional strategic advisory firm. So we help companies that typically don't have the depth and breadth of management or expertise to deal with what is typically a non-recurring event in their life cycle. So what does that mean? It could be a merger and acquisition. It could be raising debt or capital. It could be dealing with a troubled debt restructuring, problems with the bank, problems with customers, problems with the operations of the company. We help companies transact new ownership, succession plans, and the like. We have a very robust valuation and litigation support practice. And, between that and corporate finance and debt restructuring, those are really the four stools of our practice area.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I've told people for years, the day you start working on your succession plan is the day you either start or buy your company.
There's some truth to that. And a lot of business owners don't think about it until it's too late. So,
well, you're right. And then they get there, and then there's that, we value it at this, and what is the market value at? Right. So you are going to be hosting an economic summit. Tell us a little bit about that.
We are, and we're very excited about a collaboration with Northwood University and D-Business Media. And the beauty part of that is we've had a collaboration with Northwood for quite a while. We used to do this summit at the beginning of the year, the first quarter of the year. And with COVID and stuff, people didn't want to meet in large spaces. And Tim Nash, who's their chief economist at the university, reached out and said we should get the band back together and talk about economic topics. And I thought, well, let's do it before the election. And, because if you look at, the swing state voters, 85% of the voters in those states say the economy is number one. And yet most people don't know much about the economy. So our seminar is to talk about the state of the economy and the role of government in emerging markets. So we think we're going to have a big turnout, and based on people that have signed up so far, probably be our biggest ever. And we've brought in two really great speakers. Dr. Tim Nash, who's going to be doing this for us, talking about the economics, both nationally and state, and Jim Holcomb, who is with the Michigan Chamber of Commerce, and he'll have some great insights on the state economy.
Yeah, Jim does a great job. As a matter of fact, I see Jim with some regularity because we sit on a few boards together. But okay, so what moved you in this direction to get this thing going?
So, great question, Chris. I mean, one of the things that we find, our tagline is clarity results together. And we believe that business owners can make great decisions provided they have clarity on the issues that are in front of them. And so as a firm, we strive to get business owners information that they might not have readily so that they can get the results they want in their organizations. And we do it together with them in a collaborative style. And so we believe that the direction that the economy moves and the factors that move it often influences business owners' strategic plans. And so we tried to provide them the best available information, not things you're going to read in the typical media sources, but things that are being studied and being utilized by people who make decisions relative to government policy and economic matters that most business owners don't have access to.
It's kind of interesting because I've always said business failures are tied to what business owners don't know. And what you're saying is exactly the right thing. If they have enough data, then they can make the right decisions, et cetera, et cetera. That's obviously what this summit is going to achieve. So who should attend this, and is it open to the public?
It is. We ask that people sign up for this because we do have a limited capacity. We're at the San Marino Club next week, Tuesday, so October 29th. We're serving a free breakfast. So There's no charge for this. This is a kind of a public service effort that our firm does. So
for us hungry guys.
That's right. So we'll start at 7:30, and hopefully we'll be done by about 9:30. And business owners should attend this. Typically in the past, we've had a lot of bankers who are trying to understand dynamics that are going on in their portfolio relative to credits that could be starting to hiccup or things that they hadn't thought about mining for prospective business opportunities. So we get a lot of bankers at this and capital sources. And, it's really geared to the business owner to help them make good decisions on things that are in front of them relative to their business plans.
Yeah. Okay. So very quickly, we got about a half minute. How do people get tickets? How do they get involved? How do they get there?
So they can go to our website, and I believe it's o'keefellc.com/events. And you can sign up on it, and it's pretty easy. Right now, I think we've got capacity for maybe 200, and we're north of 150, 160 now. So if you're interested, sign up, in the next few days, because we will.
As soon as you view this, jump online.
Yeah,
right?
so we'll have some limitation to capacity. We have the ability to expand if we need to, but I think there's a lot of interest in it. I think the timing is as we anticipated, that people are trying to assess, the political landscape here a little bit, but also with a view to 2025.
I think you're going to do well. Pat O'Keefe, CEO and founder of O'Keefe in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Thanks for jumping on with us, and thanks for what you're doing. You are all watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.